Shout out to the Let's Talk About It podcast.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Guys, did something. Make sure you guys tune in. I mean, link in the description. You guys did something about the Maui wildfire.
Yeah, we did a small segment on it.
Yeah. And we've been watching a lot of things, and I caught this video, and what was funny was just to see the date in this video when they was doing it, because I think, you know what I mean, they're doing I think those wildfires might have to do with excuse me, something they're calling Operation Jumpstart. And I think that they've been, well, let's get into it, but just watch the date when she said this and see what they already had plans, what they wanted to do there.
Yeah.
So let's go ahead and check it out.
To help solve our state's ongoing energy challenges, our Maui Electric team has been working with energy partners from Japan and the United States on a new smart grid demonstration project, Jump Smart Maui.
Okay, hold on.
No PV. No.
First of all, she said China and the United States. Hawaii is part, and Japan. Where else in the United States is them, China, and Japan working on the electric grid? Nowhere else. Nowhere else.
Yeah, I mean, I want to know if it's really, no tangent, but let's just do this.
Okay. Let's do it.
I just want to know if China's our enemy or not.
Right. Let's put it on the table. Let's put it on the table.
Or not.
Put it on the table.
Or they're not. We're working with them. We're not. All our shit stuff is made in China, but it's like, hey, I don't even know.
Yeah.
You told all the people that work government they're not allowed on TikTok because of security issues.
Yeah, but
you know what I mean.
But now we're buying stuff.
But we can buy your. I don't.
Yeah.
But
that's crazy.
Yeah, but this is
EV.
Almost a year since its debut, the Jump Smart Maui project is addressing the challenges of modernizing our smart grid system and building a clean transportation future for Hawaii. Funded through a $30 million investment by New Energy and Industrial Technology Development Organization, or NEDO, Japan's largest public research and development management organization. Jump Smart Maui aims at improving integration of variable renewable energy resources, such as solar and wind power, and preparing the electric system for widespread adoption of all electric vehicles.
You were better off. They were better off having. They were better off having Elon Musk going there and putting in grids.
But you gotta understand though, this was done in 14.
That's what I'm saying.
Elon Musk wasn't a thing in 14.
No. He was still. Yeah, I think he was. I think he was just coming off of the starting the Tesla thing or whatever, or the SpaceX or whatever. I don't know the years. I don't know. They didn't quote me. But I mean, like, if this was modern times and they were looking for an upgrade, you know what I'm saying? They were to upgrade. They were better off having him doing it because the studies.
What's that black thing? Go.
Whoa, the studies of what he's doing, you know what I mean, or they're not studying this stuff. They're still going off of the old coal and nuclear stuff, and they're trying to intertwine that with this new electric, and they don't have enough research to actually back it up to where it could, work proficiently. That's why years later, we have what we have. I believe anyway.
We're really leading the world in our challenges here in Hawaii for small island grids. So stakeholders like the Japanese government are interested in coming to places like this and developing technologies to reduce our dependence on fossil fuel, increase our utilization of renewable energy, and lower costs for all ratepayers. What we've seen already is increased adoption rates of electric vehicles, and that's a key for the state to reduce its dependence on fossil fuels and increase utilization of renewable energy from the electricity grid. That in conjunction with our customers working with the utility to manage loads and resources and smart inverters to allow increased adoption of renewable energy. That's the ultimate goal.
Currently, there are more
Yeah.
than 300 EV drivers
where they
participating in the
screwed
Jump
up.
Smart project. One participant, Greg Kresge, truly walks the walk, as he also serves as the environmental compliance engineer for our Ma'alaya power plant.
The Jump Smart concept is that, the charging of your vehicle happens when we have extra power on the grid so that it doesn't go to waste. So that when at night when we have the lowest demand and the lowest load demand on the system, that's when it's the windiest, and we end up having a lot of wind that can't necessarily be used. And so if we can charge our vehicles at that time of the night,
You see what they're saying though? This is this is a control grid.
Holy shoot!
But I'm gonna conjecturize after a second because this is only running 8 minutes.
Okay.
and we can turn that over so that that's done while we're asleep, then that gives us the opportunity to be able to use a resource that is otherwise going to waste.
This UN climate conference is a reminder that the answer is in our hands. And the clock is ticking. We are in the fight of our lives, and we are losing. We are on a highway to climate hell with our foot still on the accelerator.
He had a king over them, which is the angel of the bottomless pit, whose name in the Hebrew tongue is Abaddon, but in the Greek tongue hath his name Apollyon. One woe is
Why not just have a Zoom meeting online if our climate is so important?
Because they have to show strength in numbers.
behold,
But they're attending, and that makes a lot of sense. It's probably flew private on your big jets.
They have to.
or jumbo jets.
They have to
and all
show.
that, and,
Yeah. They
there
have to
come
show
2
strength in
woes
numbers.
more hereafter. The 6th angel sounded, and I heard a voice from the 4 horns of the golden altar which is before God, saying to the 6th angel which had the trumpet, Loose the 4 angels which are bound in the great river Euphrates. And the 4 angels were loosed, which were prepared for an hour and a day and a month and a year, for to slay the...
we already know that, but I want to slow this down for the audience. Look up weather modification. In the last 8 years, they were the track to the hottest on record, sea levels on the rise, accelerating.
third part of men. And the number of the army of the horsemen were 200,000. And I heard the number of them. And thus I saw the horses in the vision, and them that sat on them having breastplates of fire.
Yeah, I mean, quick.
Yeah, motherfucker.
And the heads of the horses were as the heads of
Turn the
lions.
cameras off.
Out of their mouths
Fist
issued
cup.
fire and smoke and brimstone. By these 3 was the third part of men killed, by the fire, and by the smoke, and by the brimstone.
I want to show you what
We can implement global best practice into every element of the city.
We are working with the best architects and
see, this is what I'm gesturizing.
Their fornication.
That they was already on track down there with their thing, right?
Okay, yeah.
Now I'm thinking this is probably when they rebuild, it's probably going to be a smart city.
Where it,
You know what I mean? Where the cars are on the grid. You know what I mean? Sort of something like the way they are planning it right here. So I set that up to say this is probably will be in their future. I feel that I'm not gonna, speculate on what happened over there.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
just
yeah.
saying that it's, their thing always turn a crisis into a good thing.
Yeah, don't waste a good crisis.
There's no such thing as a bad crisis.
Right, right.
Forget the person.
Yeah.
So that this is their future for cities. So
More of their deaths.
this is June 24th.
Okay, before
The
you
line
start,
is going to change things for the
I've done some research after this, what we did on the show and all that. So what their plan is, so after the fires, this is, studies that I came to. After the fires, there was people that come in and try to buy up the land already. You know, so they want to make what they call a 15-minute city. You know, which is pretty much the same thing as a smart city. But the 15-minute city is where you can walk anywhere. Everything is accessible from 15 minutes. You know what I mean? So that when they implement another lockdown, you're on a certain grid. You know, you have, if you're at a certain level, you can only go in this area.
Okay.
You
Kind
know
of
what I
like what he was saying, like, you can only use. Sounds cool that you can use electric at this time, and
it ties in to the other one.
That's a good catch.
You know what I'm saying?
Better, because we can implement global best practice into every element of the city.
We are working with the best architects and planners from around the world in order to take all of the learnings we've inherited from other cities and create a new city from scratch.
At The Line, we're working on building an urban model which provides unprecedented livability, a model for nature preservation and sustainability, all while providing a unique environment for economic growth. I am Tariq Adoumi, and I am the Executive Director of Urban Planning at NEOM.
I am Giles Pendleton, and I am the Executive Director for The Line Proponent.
I'm Selwa Al-Khulairi, and I'm a Senior Architect at NEOM Urban Planning.
My name is Michio Kaku. I'm a professor of theoretical physics, and I'm also a futurist. What will a city of the future look like? When I was a child, I used to think about the city of the future. Are we going to have flying cars? Are we going to visit the moon and Mars? When I grew up, I began to look at these cities like Paris, London, New York, and I saw traffic jams. I saw pollution. I saw tremendous inequalities. And I said to myself, we can do better. We can create, perhaps out of the desert, a city that would be sustainable.
I would say like this. I'm gonna stand on it because I said it, because I'm gonna gesturize.
Yeah.
But my thing is this. This is their futures for cities. Anyway, so I'm thinking like, well, if Maui was on that path anyway, why not?
Right.
You know what I mean? If you get the proper investors,
right.
Say why not, especially after a crisis, and say, look what we can do. This does work. This is the example.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? After, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Let the proverbial phoenix rise from the ashes.
Yeah. I see what you're saying. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Livable, a city of the future. The Line shows us a new way of doing things, a new pattern by which we can make a livable future.
Placemaking to me is about creating the canvas for community.
It's about creating spaces for people to want to visit and live in.
A place that cares for its society.
Many demographers think that the cities of the future will contain about 50 million people. That's not livable at all. At The Line, we are working on creating a template by which we can create cities of the future. That's where jobs are. That's where opportunities are. And so placemaking to me is about creating a legacy, creating a template by which other nations can then compare their cities, their plans with what's being done here in Saudi Arabia.
So, with that,
my thing was this. I just was thinking that, hey, maybe they might try to use that as a template for a thing with the future, but you had something to say before.
Yeah, both videos are very, very close relatives. They're very related.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? How certain things intertwine with one another. You know, you can go you can go on a tangent on at any point on any video, and it's you know, you got the education system, and now you have these 15-minute cities. So who built these 15-minute cities? The people that were educated by the wealthy people who indoctrinated these to build these and other things too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So we went from that to that. So I don't know, you know, I'm not gonna completely say that this is what it is.
Yeah.
This is what it is.
Yeah.
But just from what I've read and studied and stuff like that,
It could happen.
It could happen.
That's
exactly.
all.
Exactly.
All I'm saying, it is possible.
Exactly.
They could try to use this as a, you know, say, hey, let's try. Especially if you got the investors in Maui, as his people look like they was already going that way anyway.
Mhm.
Green. You know what I'm saying? Anyway. So why not? If these people come in, hey, we're gonna help you build, and this is gonna be like this, and we'll help you rebuild.
Yeah.
What are they gonna say?
Yeah. I mean,
Well, why not?
you could have literally had anybody doing whatever they wanted to over there.
Yeah, it'd be like if somebody, you know, if somebody's house burned down,
Mm-hmm.
and they said, well, you know what, we got donations from Bill Gates, and it's going to be a whole smart house. You can thumbprint. They're not going to say no.
No, they're not.
They're not going to say no because they're desperate.
Mhm.
They're in need, and why not?
Right,
Because they're
right.
not thinking
Yeah.
like that. They're probably thinking it's cool. Like, hey,
Yeah. Of course, they're definitely going to think it's cool, being the fact that, you know, they got a donation from, you know, Bill Gates. It's like, oh, he's got lots of money, but not realizing that the tax money that they collect off of us are supposed to go towards anything like that, the infrastructure and all that, and not from Bill Gates, you know, because it only comes from his personal gain. So all this tax money that we're paying into it is supposed to do that, but the average person does not know that.
Right.
You know what I mean? So when a disaster like that happens, all our money goes over there.
Right.
So now there's you know, the Biden administration is going to Congress asking for billions of dollars to go to Ukraine, when we should have no ifs, ands, or buts to go towards anything that happens in our country, like that happens over there. There should be money already over there. You know what I mean? The next day, there should people be already over there cleaning up, because all our taxpayer money should exactly.
Those people, whoever's in Ukraine, if they put people over there, whatever money's going there, it should be instantly folded, done. You know what, Ukraine? You see?
Yeah.
We got this issue over here.
Yeah.
Can't help you.
Yeah, I'm not saying anything bad about Ukraine or anything like that. I'm just saying, you know, we should have, you know, funding for us. Our funding should go towards stuff like that. You know, so the funding right now that is supposed to be going to, you know, Ukraine, that should null and void. Let's worry about over there first, and let's get that straight.
And you should understand.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's get, you know, Red Cross down there. Let's get everybody down there. You know, let's make it straight, and we'll move on after that.
Yeah. And that's it for that. I have a wild card.
Okay.
I'll pull it up.
All right.